1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, okay, we're here. August 28th, 2025, 6:15 p.m. How's it going? Nighttime random stream. We up pushing our PP right now, trying to get 300. Oh, we're playing 20 X per Scary 3 and 4. That's nice. Can we change the game? Just chatting? I don't know. Okay, cool. What's up? Okay. So a lot of stuff happened this past weekend with the skate game coming out soon. It's been in development for like 5 years. And yeah, so I just wanted to go over that content with you guys and make sure we get at least a little bit closer to our PP goal for this month. Sebdos, what's up? 4 months. Appreciate the tier 2. Welcome back. Hey, everybody. Hey, Kush. Hey, Elf, Koba, Bandicoots, what's up? Trovis, Lucas, Zach Talica. Hey, DJT. How's it going? So today, we're going to watch some content that the EA Skate team has been putting out. And I believe the NDA is going to be lifted tomorrow. So if that's the case, and we're going to be able to stream this early access game tomorrow, then we're going to stream it, you know, or I'm going to try at least. But I don't know. I just think this is kind of a big deal. Skate video game fans are kind of eating well this year, even if the food is bad. But that being said, we haven't had any skateboarding game things happen since like 2020 when 1 and 2 came out. And EA announced they were working on this new game. So, I mean, we had Session, Skater XL, stuff like that. But those games have kind of fallen off a little bit. I mean, I haven't played Skater XL in like a year or so. I never really got into Session. But long story short, I'm a big fan of skate games. Skate 1, 2, and 3 were huge. I played those quite a bit. Not as much as most people, or as a lot of their fans. But getting an update or getting a new skate game 15 years after the last iteration is kind of huge. So let's dive into the Skate official early access release date trailer. Yo, Emma.
Yo.
Oh my God, Spaz with the Prime, 28 months. Thanks, Spaz. Appreciate you. Yo. Hey, Redbeard. Hey, Kush. Docker, what's up? Hey, Sean. Isn't it my bet?
Yay, PP points.
It's 620, but hey. Emma, thank you for the 53 months of tier 3. I appreciate it. I have no idea how close we are with PP stuff, but I haven't been streaming much this week.
Favorite cigarette brand?
Okay, no. Sev, thank you for the 27 months. I appreciate the support. Appreciate everyone for the support. Sorry if you're watching this later on YouTube. There's a big goal where we're trying to hit 300 PP points, which is basically 300 subs on Twitch in a month, every month for 3 months in a row. And it's the 28th. So trying to get as close as we can. I haven't been able to stream as much because I had a stomach infection. I was on antibiotics. I was pretty much bedridden for like 16 days. So I'm trying to make up for lost time. So anyway, that's a long-winded way of saying thanks. I appreciate you. So here's a stream. All right, here we go. Let's click. Let's see what they got.
This is no ordinary city. In this civic symphony, each object holds latent potential. On the streets of San Vansterdam, a great migration is happening. The skaters are upon us.
Monka DMCA. Everyone talks so they can't hear it. Oh, hey. Words. I mean, I'm going to let this play, but I'm going to go back and pause through it. Some initial thoughts. One in chat if you're on the phone with your lawyer right now. Okay, so that's it. That's their minute 15 long trailer for their early access announcement date announcement. September 16th, 2025. That is in just a couple weeks, 2.5 weeks away or so. It's August 28th today. How long when did they announce they were working on this? Like after like PewDiePie and several other big YouTubers started playing Skate 3 and all their videos like started going like viral and got more people to play it, even after the game had been long dead for like 5 or 6 years. They actually sold so many copies of Skate 3 years after it was released that they had to like print more, and it sold so much that they started the Platinum Hits edition of it. So they like reprinted more and more because the game did so well so long after release. And then people kept saying, Skate 4 in the comments everywhere, and just fans just spoke it into existence. And then what was it, like 5 years ago? It's 2025, August. I feel like it was during the pandemic when Black Box announced not Black Box, they're Full Circle announced their creation and said that they're working on it. So, yeah. And I don't know. I feel like everybody got super stoked, super hyped, especially the first kind of like the first time that we saw it. It was like, oh my God, it's going to be great. It looks amazing, blah, blah. It's like first prototype kind of energy. But then over time, we learned that it was going to be free to play, which I was not critical of, and I still am not. But as time has gone on, I am like becoming more and more unhappy with like the gameplay, the animations, everything looks like pretty good, but like that's like in terms of like the bare bones of it. Like this looks good, to me, and like if it controls well, it's gonna be good. But from what I've seen and what I've been hearing, like the comments are kind of like summing it all up for everyone. They're giving us access like 3.5 years early to play it so they could take all of our feedback, but they've just been ignoring everyone's feedback, which is we want offline mode, we want a story mode, we want career mode, we want the heart and soul of what like Skate 1, 2, and 3 were like an accurate representation of skate culture and what skateboarders wanted out of a game. And this is sort of like, I guess, but we're getting like the art style is even like pretty cartoony. And even this screenshot alone, or this still frame kind of like says a lot about its intent and like what it is and what we're getting and their direction with it, where it's very much like a free to play game aimed at like, getting microtransactions out of all of us. And like I've played plenty of games that do that and they're really fun, and I never give them any of my money, and everyone's happy, hypothetically. But I don't know, when I look at this, I'm like, man, this is just so different than Skate 1, 2, and 3, and it's no wonder that they tried to sort of rebrand as like a new skate game. Like it's not Skate 4, it's not an iteration, it's just a skate game. And I don't know, man. Like the art style doesn't bother me that much. I think what's going to bother me more, what we're going to have to see is, does it handle well? Is it responsive? Is the frame rate good? Can we speak? Can we talk with our friends? Can we spectate each other? What are we going to be able to do together, do with each other as a collective, like with like a group of friends? And like, are we gonna be able to like meet new people, or is it gonna be proximity chat? There's so many questions that are gonna determine the longevity of this game. But I don't like, I think it's like a 50-50 shot, but the way this is going, like, let's just scroll to the comments and see what people are saying. Like it's gonna be, let us skate offline, give us a career mode, no offline mode is criminal. The Sims 4 Skate Edition. I knew EA would screw this up. I have 1,000 hours of Skate 3. I love the series. Why does this just look dumb? We want Skate 4, not Fortnite with skateboards. So this is the sentiment across the board from like the entire public. And I'm like in that boat too. Like I sympathize and I with these comments, and I validate this, but I'm also just like, I think it's going to be fun anyway, but it's just not going to be what we wanted, which is essentially what I think Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 was. It's like, it's fun, but it's not what we wanted at all. And so it's like, instead of a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10 game, it's going to be like a 5 out of 10, and we're going to be over it in like a week or a month maybe. So I am like, now go back to EA Skate 2 trailer released 16 years ago to compare. It's sad. It kind of makes me want to go watch the trailer. Should we watch this trailer? Oh my god, Pogtrosity, thank you for the brand new tier 1 sub. Your timing is amazing. Thanks, Pog. I appreciate the support. Yeah, welcome in. So I like how Skate started as a celebration of skate culture, and now look what it's become. This is so like dead on, you know. And they've been, like, comments have been saying this since they announced, and since like they announced that they were free to play and that they had these like progress updates, and it's just insane to me that, like, one, they're letting people see and play a game 3.5 years before it's even shipped, under the guise of we want your feedback, we want to make sure we do this right. And then, so that's one that I can't believe that they're doing. Two is that when we give them our feedback, they don't listen to any of it. So it's like, what are we doing here? I don't know. All I can think is that they wanted more people on the test early so they can nail the feel and stress test it and make sure that it was like functional and get feedback on like the core mechanics of the game, not necessarily the direction. And it's unfortunate to me. You can delete this one, okay? Okay, yeah, the gameplay feels fine. Everything about the experience is absolutely soul crushing. The world feels hollow. The character design is but you can get all your missions from an in-world AI robot that acts like a child. The game tries to riff on being controlled by a big corporation that gives the player invincibility, but that's not how satire works. Wait, Timu Jared Leto ate that. Wait, what? That was a bad timestamp, I think. Yeah, so I just have mixed feelings, and this is how I felt about Tony 3 and 4. And I think, like, for us to sit here and be like, maybe it'll be fixed before it releases, or maybe like the only possible way they could like shut everyone up is that they have an ace up their sleeve and say, yo, we got a story mode. We have all these pros that did voice acting, and we're gonna, like, you know, they have this whole like 0 to hero storyline, and you're gonna skate along your favorite skaters, and there's co-op, and you can play with your friends, and like I just don't see that happening though. I think what you see is what you get. I think this is like literally what we're getting. This is it. And oh my god, and like the potential behind growing it is really strong, but it's like just what I say about almost every creative park and custom map that I ever play in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. It's like, yeah, it's okay, but it could be a lot better if they keep working on it. And I think that's what this game, that's what this is. And same with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. Like, I'm pretty much over 3 and 4, and if anything, I think it's like kind of an insulting release. You know, that now that I've had time to digest it, I beat it, I played every aspect of it, I 100%ed it, and then I played it some more, and now I'm just like, man, this is just kind of like a kick in the shin. I'm kind of wishing that they just didn't even release it. Like, I wish they just had another year or two to give us what we wanted, or even another month or two to like add some features, like, because whatever, that's a whole other tangent. But I just sort of feel like skate game enjoyers are getting the same medicine, and it's like so unfortunate, you know. Insulting release seems to be a big trend right now. Yeah, I just want the best, and I think we all do, because it's like we're just like individuals that love these games, but the only people that can make games of this scope and this magnitude is like these AAA $1 million developers that like have the budget of like, you know, 15, 20, $50 million to ship a game of this size. And so we want it to be good. But then when they spend all this time and hype it up, and then it comes out and it's like this, it's just like, what? I don't know. The free to play thing doesn't bother me as much. The cartoony aesthetic doesn't bother me as much, but the features, content, and level design seem to be very lacking compared to the games that we used to play, like Skate 1, 2, and 3. Like, there was so much more going for it in those older versions. And same with Tony Hawk games. Like, it used to be so much better. So that's my thought. Those are my thoughts, and I'm looking forward to being able to playing it. I'm looking forward to being able to streaming it. I think we're gonna be kind of in skate mode for the next, like, the foreseeable future. Like, as soon as the embargo lifts, as soon as the NDAs are clear, I will be streaming this game quite a bit until I get sick of it. How long until I get sick of it? I have no idea. But I do think that a big portion of this game's longevity is going to be what we make of it, which is essentially what skateboarding is. It's just, are there going to be enough tools and enough toys in the sandbox to keep us interested and keep us playing? And are they going to continue to release more systems, mechanics, and things for us to play with? Like, I saw, like, spoiler alert, we're going to watch this development update that was released yesterday, a day after the release date trailer. And they confirmed that there's going to be keyframes in the replay editor. And so that is huge because they removed those, I heard. And if you have a replay editor and no keyframe support, then any skate video is basically a wash. Like, why even edit a video? It's just, you may as well just capture your gameplay live. Why would you even have a replay editor if you can't, like, define what the camera's doing? So, anyway, so those are my thoughts. I don't know. 1 in chat if you agree. 2, okay, let's say 1 in chat if you agree. 2 if you're just, like, excited about this game 100%. 3 if you're, like, 50-50. Like, 2 if you're, like, just so you cannot wait. You've been playing. You're like, I just don't see anyone seeing 2 ever. I just don't see anyone saying 2. Like, no one out there is like, oh my God, I can't wait for this. This looks amazing. Like, the only people that are out there that are going to be extremely stoked on it are going to be the new people that are so young, like 10, 13, 14 years old, who never played the old skate games. They're going to be the target market. They're going to be the ones that are undoubtedly stoked on this. I think that's my take. And I think that's the people they're targeting, like the new younger audience and their friends and the general public as much as possible. So anyway, let's watch this update and let's see how many. It's crazy. So before I even watch this, I have seen this already, but, like, generally with these development update videos, I'm, like, excited about them in general. I love that, like, transparency being a thing and devs actually taking time to talk to their audience and reacting to their reactions and having an open dialogue. That is just so awesome to me, and getting some news instead of no news is great. But with every single one of these videos, it seems like they cherry pick questions. They don't address the elephants in the room. And everybody's just left with, like, okay, 3.5 years, you've strung us along, not address anything we're asking about. And you give us these updates that, like, no one cares about these updates unless you're addressing the elephant or elephants in the room. Anyway, let's watch if it loads.
Everyone, it's been about a year since we've done one of these updates, and what can I say? We've been pretty busy, but over the course of the year, we've added like hundreds of thousands of you guys into the playtest as Skate Insiders. It's been incredibly exciting to see you all in there.
Congratulations to all of you that got the golden ticket, the golden email. I know how great it is. It's been fun playing with you. I'm so stoked.
Okay, 22 seconds and someone has said the word stoked. I don't know why it bothers me, but using the word stoked in, like, marketing jargon just feels so inauthentic, and it makes me want to turn off the video. But I think that's just me. Whatever.
Started working on it. I didn't have any white hairs. And,
Really? Tell me about it. Me too.
We are so grateful to all of you for the feedback you've sent through, the stuff that you love, the stuff that you hate, and hell, we've gotten enough feedback of, like, will you please just release this damn game? We love the passion behind it. We want to keep hearing from you, and let's get into it.
So after years of saying we're working on it, we are, drumroll please, still
the worst drum rolls of all. Okay, sorry.
working on it, but we're about to enter early access, and we're very excited about where the game's at right now, and we've got some big news to announce. We're going to be in early access on September 16th.
And now that we have your undivided attention, we're going to dive more into what's happening in early access, give you a little sneak peek. So let's roll the footage.
Bro, what are you doing, 60?
First off, let's talk about what early access means. The first thing is this isn't the final version of Skate. This is just the beginning. We're really excited about how the game feels right now.
Like that to me, a power slide into a backside no slide, like that's sick, or whatever, frontside tail, like I don't know what his stance is, but that's pretty sick. I don't know, the environment looks good, looks well lit, high res, like it's just the aesthetic of it has that cartoony look, which I think everyone else is going to ignore everything I just said and be like, why does it look like Fortnite, you know?
And we're also really, really excited about where it's going in early access. We're going to keep adding features and new ways to play, as well as continue to improve the game and the overall experience.
And we're especially excited about where it's going because we're going there with you. We finally get to skate with you guys en masse, see what you guys are doing, see how you guys are ripping up the city. Can't wait.
These guys are right.
Always.
I support everything that they say, but realistically, we want you to embrace the chaos and lean into the fun here. At lunch, we're going to have some amazing skateboarding. We're going to have a huge world for you to explore. We've got big events, we've got big brands, cosmetics, and customization coming your way.
That sounds like a deal, man.
What a deal! This is a value. The value proposition of this game is out of this world.
How much does it cost?
Guess what?
All right, hey.
This is not the flex that they think it is. Like, I understand the appeal of like, look, like Epic Skater 1 had like 15 or probably upwards of over 20 million downloads at this point because it was free. But if it was pay to play, if it was $1, it probably would have maybe sold 50,000. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? It doesn't have that value that they think it does, because I think the entire design of the game would change if it wasn't free to play. Like, I feel like everybody here knows that. And so it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not a flex. So like, if it was $60, everybody in the comments, everybody watching this video, the same amount of people, okay, less, definitely the less amount of people, but enough people would have paid $60 for your game, even 70 or 80, you know?
It's all for free.
And you know, they could have still pushed for microtransactions. They could have sold it for $60, $70, 80 or $100, but they just didn't. And they still could have sold us outfits, skaters, levels, like content, what, you know, whatever. Like, there's so many games that are $60 to play and you still have to buy things. Like, they could have done that too. But...
Oh, really?
Are you telling me this game's free to play?
It's your favorite four-letter F word. All right, now, if you've been playing skate as long as I have, and some of us here, or you're old as F like I am, you may realize that, yeah, this is a different game. It's not the skate of our predecessors. But it's different. How so, Mike? Would you care to elaborate?
I would care to elaborate.
Thank
It's
you.
online, it's cross-play, it's cross-progression from PC to Gen 4 and Gen 5 Xbox and PlayStation consoles. It's also free to play, so you can drop in with no strings attached.
But you know what's not different? It's fun.
And most importantly, we're making the game more accessible, which will hopefully inspire more people to pick up a board and skate.
We're hoping to make this a community that you'll love to drop in and hang out with your friends and like going to your local skate park.
And we've doubled down on some of the things that you love from the previous games, in addition to the amazing gameplay. So we're leaning into community, we're leaning into the...
Hold on one sec. I forgot I have to, the YouTube chat. I need you over here. But I have to open up a new window. I can see YouTube chat over here, but it's scrolling too fast, so I can't really see.
Don't forget that it's free.
Oh God, Lucas, thank you for the 52. Was it? Are you tier 3 or right? Yeah. Oh my God, thank you for the tier 3 at 52 months. I appreciate you. All right.
social elements, and of course a big open world sandbox for you to play in.
We're loving the stories that we're seeing of what you're up to in the playtests, those special moments where you're hitting a rail by yourself and folks start coming in, dropping some objects, and it turns into a DIY session. But we're also listening to the things that you'd like to have.
See, this is what's so disingenuous. It's like, we're also listening. It's like, no, you are not. If they just came out and said like, hey, we hear you about offline. We can't do that because of this, X, Y, or Z, or we're going to support that later down the road, but we can't right now, or we're working on a career mode, but it's just not going to be ready at release, but we're looking forward to it like a year after, and it's going to keep you guys playing until, like, if they just had anything addressing the elephant in the room, then this would be like, feel like it would have some bite to it. But otherwise it just feels like marketing poo-poo, and they're gaslighting us. That's what it feels like.
Do that more and more, and we're looking to see how we can apply that in the best way, and you'll see some updates in the rest of the video.
Okay, cool. So now we can talk about gameplay, which is something I'm very passionate about. Flick It has always been the heart and soul of Skate, and we knew nailing that feel was our #1 priority. And it's so much harder than just putting, a character on a board. And so instead of trying to recreate Flick It, we meticulously resurrected it in Frostbite and built around it. And so there's amazing new systems like, slappies and wallies. We've improved.
So slappies and wallies, that's what I want to hear about. Those are like new features that are supported, and they exist, and they've been tested, and they feel good hypothetically. Hopefully they don't happen on accident, stuff like that. That has some bite to it. That is like, but that still is not addressing the elephant in the room. But those are wins, in my opinion.
Moved upon power slides. There's so many new things for you to play. And honestly, like, I can't wait. We can't wait for all of you to finally be able to touch it, get your hands on it, and thumbs. It's the best it's ever been. So really stoked for you guys to get in and finally play.
And we have a ton of tricks to start for you to master and string together in nearly infinite combinations. And you better believe we'll be adding more through early access and beyond. We also have your one-stop shop, which is our Skatepedia. Whether you're trying out something new, you're mastering your existing skills,
Roasted.
Skatepedia is definitely the place to start.
So where are we gonna?
That's wild that these devs have cop vibes. That's insane. Alexander, thank you for the 17 months. Hey, Nanner, what's up?
do all these tricks and have all this fun in a brand new city called San Amsterdam.
Okay.
You've heard us talk about it. That's it. It's a sweet sister.
Isa Winner 93 says the art style doesn't bother me, but I wonder why they took it that direction. Like, I think it's like the only obvious answer to me. Maybe it's not. I don't know, but I think they made it as like, you know, they went like a DreamWorks, Disney, Fortnite, like very just caricaturized in a way that appeals to the masses, like the general public. I think the more you get into that nitty gritty and like, I don't know, unapologetically skateboard culture, it starts to close out a lot of the general public. But like, to me, I'm like, that's what skate games were. They were like, we don't care what the general public likes. Like, yeah, we're gonna make it accessible for people to play and be fun, but like, I don't know, man. I just think that it's hard not to look at it and be like, yeah, they're just trying to do like Disney, DreamWorks, Toy Story, Fortnite art style. They're like, let's make it look Fortnite but skateboard. You know what I mean? I don't know.
City of San Benalona. The thing that's different this time, we got a big open world. We have 4 neighborhoods.
Wait, watch it. 1 in chat if you love Fortnite. 2 if you've played it and you're not really crazy about it. 3 if you've never played. But I played Fortnite. It's not for me. I think it's okay. I like to play with my friends sometimes, but I don't. But there's no denying the impact that Fortnite has had culturally. It's almost just like transcended video game industry and into the general public's eye. Like even the dances, like being on stage, crossovers with movies and musical performance. It's like, it's bigger. So it's like, there's how many users are in Fortnite? Probably 1 billion at this point, with like contending with like Facebook and stuff. Like yeah.
Each one's unique.
It's hard to deny how popular Fortnite is, and it's hard to sort of say, we don't want our game to be this big, you know, as someone who's trying to earn money, you know, like that's what it all comes down to. Like, we want fun thing and make fun thing make us money. So let's have the lowest risk possible, you know?
Each one has its own.
Look, there's nothing wrong with liking Fortnite, okay? Unless you like Fortnite. No, I'm just kidding.
personality, its own style, and there's a crew embedded in each one. It's going to be pretty cool. A lot of the stuff that you would expect is stuff from before, but we've gone vertical. Our new gameplay, our ability to climb, the ability to get vertical with it. We know that you used to glitch to the roofs, and we forgot to put collision on a lot of the places because we didn't know you'd be there. There's collision. Try to find no collision places. There's collision everywhere. And the great thing about it, you got a whole new spot. It's constantly evolving. You go into this one neighborhood called Hedgemont, you climb up, there's this place called M-Core Tower. You get to the top. Holy cow, you can see everything. And while you're up there, people skating, people doing stuff. I saw somebody flying around spreading their eagle. They were spreading that eagle. Check a spready eagle.
So, I mean, like, looking at this, like, we have never had this kind of depth in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater level design. Like, being on top of a skyscraper and then being able to look down, because you know that they have to, like, design an entire other version of this map that's like, you know, it's LODs, you know, level of detail, where there's like 3, you know, Unreal supports it, Unity supports it, like it's kind of like a default, but you still have to go in and like clean it up and make sure it runs and stuff. Like this is exciting to me. Like I like seeing this. This is cool. And like skate with your friends like on a skyscraper and jumping off, like that's cool to me. So it's, look, don't hate me for enjoying some things about this game, but this looks cool. So there you go.
Hedgemont's just one of the neighborhoods we have. We've got a bunch more. Andrea?
Yeah. The city is filled with challenges for you to complete, and as you complete the challenges and impress the local crews, you'll progress in the different neighborhoods and unlock new ones. There's different types of challenges. There's on-the-spot, line challenges, stunts, and my favorite to do with other people is sessions. You can do challenges and a new feature that we have, which is tasks, to let you earn RIP chips and progress through the game.
And challenges are great if you want structure and you're looking for that. Like, I get it, but honestly, what I find is like, no two sessions are the same because it's constantly evolving, it changes. A lot of people that we're seeing, they're just like, hey, let's get in, let's have a session.
Make your own, right?
Make your own. It's like, we have this new thing, it's an amazing feature. I show up to a spot and say, hey, do you want to throw down, do you want to skate here? It's like calling a bounty on it, let's do it. When we skate it, you can do that any.
So I mean, this feature is cool, I think, to a degree. I like this is gonna be one of those things where it's like I have to get in there and try it, but to me, I'm just like, I'm trying to imagine myself in a situation where I'm like skating a particular area and I'm like, you know what? I want to do a skate jam here. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, man. Like maybe that's what makes skating something more fun. Yeah, I don't know. Does this add to the experience? I don't know.
You can do it on top of a building. It's amazing. It's so much fun. Spontaneous, instant, emergent gameplay. Add to that quick drop. Quick drop's like, it's kind of like what we had in the past where you could rig a spot, make it your own, do something with it. Somebody else comes on, add something to it. It becomes an additive experience. Come back.
So the other thing is I really hope that we could, I think I heard or read that you could turn off other people's level geo. Like if people place giant objects that like block off the thing you're trying to skate, I hope you can turn that off. Like, oy.
Tomorrow, that's not there. Street Zamboni swept it away, and you're like, hey.
Yeah, because I'm just like totally not going to get griefed and like, yeah, there's no way they didn't think of that. You know what I mean?
New thing. It's a whole new experience.
Every session is different.
Every session is different, but you can customize more than just your session.
That's right, because there's a lot of customization you can do, and importantly, on our characters. So we are still doing a lot of sculpting and shaping the way that our characters look and feel. Hello, Potteries fans. The aim here is for you to have as many options available to you as
so they already have more scaling options than Tony 1 and 2 and Tony 3 and 4.
you can. So there's a lot more coming in too. Your body shape, your apparel, your hair, your facial detail. The key thing here is that we are bringing a lot of detail and personality to these characters with time, and we're going to keep expanding upon that. If you want to blend in with like one of the locals, just go.
Weekday stream.
Yo, Dylan, thanks, man. Thank you for the 33 months. Let's go.
Over here, you can do some of that, but if you're one of those sick puppies out there who wants the skate sand van looking like the Grim Reaper,
that just, I don't know. That feels like self-promo. I know this whole video is self-promo, but that was a little on the nose, right?
We got you covered there as well.
If you like hot dogs.
And if you like hot dogs,
okay,
just stay tuned.
Look, all right. Don't perceive me, but I think that these shoes, look, I know in Thug Pro, there's a whole movement of people who wear clown shoes and think that they look awesome. There's like, if you wear the clown shoes, you're like good, you know what's up, they're stylish or something. I never got on board with the clown shoes. I think they look ridiculous. I think they're stupid. To be honest, this is a hot take. I think most people see them as like an elite sort of like skater like item. But dude, the glizzy shoes, kind of fire. I think they're silly. It's like a banana outfit. You know what I mean? Where it's just like stupid, but it's funny at the same time. Like, I'm not going to pay real money for those. But I like where their head's at least. Like, look, it's going to be like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater had the brown bag over the head and like the snorkel and the pirate hat. Like, I'm for those kind of wacky items, like to a degree, you know? I'm into it. Whatever.
For the hot dog,
What's up, Milky?
We have Frank's Furters.
What it boils down to is we are always going to be looking for new ways to let you personalize your character to look and feel just like you. And we've got a lot of plans that you're probably looking forward to. Things like tattoos, hair color, makeup.
So I don't think, I was reading the comments and it seems like tattoos were not supported or are not supported now, but they will be coming. And this is, I like to see that. That's cool. I mean, I personally don't like tattoos on my skater, but I think just like this ever evolving iteration, adding more and more, like the content, right? It's like they're not adding new like systems. They have a system where they can add content to that system, and tattoos are one of those things that do I have any tattoos? Are you a cop?
Makeup, and the list goes on. Our customization options don't stop there. It's really about making the experience yours. So that comes down to lots of granular control about your onboard, your offboard, things that you can do with the camera. We want the game to look and feel.
This to me is like having this degree of granularity for options in skate mechanics and physics and stuff. It's my opinion that, like, yes, I like this as like an end user who is like way into these types of games. But as a developer, when you're giving all these options to people, you have to test all these things and make sure that they work and that they convey well, and you can still complete all the missions when they're enabled at 100 versus 0 and stuff like that. And like, maybe they don't care as much, but this just screams like, just give me the best options so I don't have to tinker with any of these. That's like, if you're ever faced with the option of giving the player options, just give them the best option and then think, do I really need that other option? But with a game that's as intricate as this, and with what we've seen from Skater XL and how much people want to be able to adjust their stats, I think it's kind of unavoidable. So I appreciate this, is what I'm saying, I suppose.
Feel the way that you want it to. What are we doing? Cuz we rolling around in silence or what?
I mean, what's skating without music?
This is crazy to me. Whatever, I'll just let it play.
Now, you know we're not going to roll around in silence. You know we're going to have a soundtrack. And it's going to be filled with songs that are inspired from skateboarding. Our filter to think about how we add to the soundtrack is, hey, has somebody skated to it? Who would skate to that? That's a big thing. But we also know that for the past 15, 20 years, you've been listening to the same songs if you haven't shut it off. The great thing about our new game is that it's always updating, refreshing. We'll have new batches of music coming in every season. Another feature that's become a little gameplay thing for me is like, I go around the world collecting the songs. We have a new feature, we call it Grabster, and it's really cool. It's like, if you hear ambient music in the world, it's adding, like, oh, I was skating in front of a surf shop. I'm like, what the hell is that music? I don't know the song, because it's not a licensed track. It's one of our ambient songs. You can grab it, you can listen to it, you can add it to your playlist. It's all part of the customization and freshness that is skate.
So if I'm hearing this correctly, like there's a soundtrack, but if you want more songs, you can find them around the level and pick them up, and then they get added to your playlist. Like, okay. I don't know what to think of this, because I'm just like, thanks, I think, but it's just one of those, it's like hidden packages in GTA where it's like, yeah, it's just like an extra little thing. It's fun. You got up here, now you get the thing. Like, I'm for that. It's sort of like rewarding the player for exploration and stuff, and it's not required, but it feels like it's a feature that they're leaning into that's like, yeah, we got, I don't know. Like, I just like, we got a pause menu with settings. You can turn up and down the sound effects. And then if you want, you can hit this quick game button, go to desk. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being too harsh, but I just don't see this as like a selling point.
Now, I love it.
Let's talk a little bit more about what we can expect in year one. Our game.
I think that's fun. Look, I'm with you there. Like it's secret, like the hidden packages in GTA. There's like 100, trying to collect all 100 to get the achievement. Like that just adds to replayability, and it's not required. Like I'm for that, but it feels weird that they're using this as like a selling point. Like GTA has never been like, we got 100 hidden packages in this one. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just this is the screenshot to sort of save, because this is their roadmap for season 1, season 2, and season 3 and beyond. And so they're doing 2 seasonal events. It's Skate-A-Ween and 7-Ply Maple Harvest, a skate pass, quality of life improvements. So this is what I care about, because I'm like, okay, they're giving us this base game that's like no one's really stoked on. So they're going to keep working on it though. So hopefully it gets better and we start getting the things that we want. Because in the Tony Hawk games, we have never, ever gotten a roadmap of any kind or any sort of community moderator or management or communications. We get nothing. They randomly ship out an update once or twice after each game, and that's it. And so this is more than any Tony game has ever gotten ever in the history of Tony games. It's in one screenshot, 3 seasons, and this gets me a little excited. Season 2, new co-op game mode. That to me seems more attention grabbing and more exciting than anything that we've seen in this game. Like, I want to know what's up with that new co-op game mode. No, they're not going to change the art style. No, it's no longer going to be, it's still going to be free to play. They're not going to put in a story mode, but like, this is something. It's like my copium, like maybe this will be sick, but I'm like, December 2025. Okay. You know, I'm like, you know, if we get sick of it, you know, after a week of playing it, I'm going to come back and I'm going to try that. And that being said, you can't really see it behind here, but it says party voice chat. So I'm guessing they couldn't get voice chat working for release. So it's still in progress, and we're going to have to use Discord until then. But party voice chat is going to be kind of hype, because I think as a longtime skate game enjoyer, I've met so many people playing skate games, you know, 25 years ago that I still talk to this day. And if you can't communicate with the strangers playing skate games, you're not going to meet anyone. You're not going to like wave your hands around and do this at them and be like, we should be friends. Like, that just doesn't happen. Like,
oh my dog.
So I feel like if I can type to strangers and I can voice chat with strangers, like, please let me do that and let me toggle it off. You know, so if I'm streaming, I don't need to worry about people barking out some insensitive garbo. But I don't know. These are big wins to me. New co-op game mode, party voice chat. Yes, I feel like voice chat should be like the standard, but I also feel like text chat should be the standard. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 did not ship with the way to communicate with people, so why even play online? You may as well play against a number on Notepad that sits on your other monitor, or like against an NPC. It's just like, if you can't interact with anyone online, why am I even playing online? What is the point? So, sorry, it's like a little ranty, but I just feel like there was a game on, was it PS1 or PC? It was like a Bomberman game that was like 8 players. You could play it online. It was like the first Bomberman game that you could play online, but you couldn't communicate with anyone. So it was like, when you died, you wanted to be like, oh, nice one, or good game, or just anything. Like, you couldn't. So it was like, I might as well just play the computer. What is the point? So anyway, poo poo pee pee. Okay, so new gameplay tricks, impossibles, improved hand plants. It's kind of weird that the impossibles aren't in the game yet. Replay editor improvement is huge. Quality of life is huge. Basically, what we're looking at here is a bunch of W's, I think. Like, in a game that's a walking L, we got some W's coming our way. Like, and I hate to call it a walking L, but like, man, they're missing the boat on a lot of these. They're not addressing the elephants in the room. These help, and it gives me hope. Like, I'm hitting the copium pretty hard. Okay, let's see. Season 3 and beyond, leaderboards. I can't imagine leaderboards being like scoring in skate. It just feels so redundant. Like, I guess there was a scene for it back in the day, but I wasn't in that scene. I just don't even Okay, sure. More character slots, tattoos. This is weird to me. New gameplay tricks, dark slides, and expanded foot plants. It's weird that dark slides aren't shipping with the game. And I swear, if they put any of this stuff behind paywalls, that's gonna be, it's Jover. You know what I mean? The only thing that should be behind a paywall is the skate pass. That basically leads us to more cosmetics that does not affect like meat and potato content. You know what I mean? Like if they put dark slides behind a $5 paywall, I'm never doing a dark slide. You know, I just don't, unless like someone gifts it to me, which do they even like support anything like that? Like probably not, but player created parks, that's pretty exciting, I think. Knowing our history of playing Tony created parks, 99.9% of people cannot create a good park in Tony Hawk. But maybe it's a little bit easier with the mechanics and physics and skater movement of skate. I don't really know. Maybe someone who, because when I imagine myself playing in this game and people just plopping stuff around the world, I'm usually like avoiding it. So I'm like, last thing I want, maybe it's better if you isolate it in a warehouse to where it's like it all makes sense and you don't have to work around the geo or the cars or vehicles or I don't know. But all this stuff I think is good. I don't really care about a couple of these, obviously, like leaderboards and skate pass. The model of skate pass is going to be really interesting because I don't think they've really said anything about this, but like if they make it to where you buy the pass and you don't buy the pass, and so as you play, this is your free and this is pass and this is your timeline. So if you level up 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way to 100, and as a free user you get like every 10 levels you get like a thing, but if you have the pass you get all those same things, but then you get like all these little bitty nuggets along the way of like leveling up. And then like when you buy it, you also get like all these things and stuff and whatever. Like I'm curious if this pass will last forever in perpetuity. But let's say if I go on a month trip or I get caught up at work and I can't play it all.
Completely unrelated, but how long did you work at Blizzard for?
I think like 2 years. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. I think if they make me re-buy the pass, that's where I'm going to be upset. Because I think in Rocket League, if you buy the pass and you don't play enough to get to the end of that season, like you don't get to this point, you don't earn enough currency to buy the next pass to start the next season. And I'm just hoping that I can just, like, I'm not one for in-app purchases. I like never buy things in game ever. But if I can pay them $5, $10, or even like $40 to just get stuff in perpetuity forever, and the more I log on, the more I get, and the more I play, the more I get, like that starts to sell me more. But if they have me like pay $10 and then it just gets me this for like 1 or 3 months, I'm like probably not going to buy it. I don't know. That's my take on passes. Otherwise, I'm just not buying it. If I have to keep buying the pass, I'm out. So
is going to receive regular updates, and these updates are going to be structured as seasons. Each season has a unique theme and contains new songs, challenges, and
So I feel like when you sell something like this, it's almost like
unique theme and contains.
It reminds me of the giraffe suit in Riders Republic, where it's like, oh, look at our little goofy mascot guy. He's got a wobbly head and he's so whimsical and funny. Like I think that's cool, but I'm never gonna wear it because everybody has seen that and it seems like a common item. So this needs to be like super rare. You know what I mean? Like the rarity is gonna add to the cool factor. But because otherwise, I don't know. It's sort of going against what I was saying with like the glizzy shoes. Yeah, I would rather have glizzy shoes than this, is what I'm trying to say. Anyway.
and cosmetics.
For season 1, we're going to celebrate Sandban's rich skate heritage with a celebration of the 90s. We're going to take you back to a time when street was king and you couldn't feel you're bored because you're...
Wear that for bird B-roll. What game? Oh wait, is this Tony Hawk confirmed? Is that what this is? Everyone laugh. Okay.
Cosmetics.
For season
What this game needs is guns.
1, we're going to celebrate Sandban's rich skate heritage with a celebration of the 90s. We're going to take you back to a time when street was king and you couldn't feel you're bored because your shoes were too puffy.
It's true.
That's true.
It's true.
So in season 1, we're also introducing our skate pass. For those of you who are exceptionally quick, yes, it's a battle pass. Yes, we just replaced the name battle with skate. We're not overcomplicating things here. So let me tell you what skate pass is all about. You earn your progress through just playing the game, completing tasks. Each page that you unlock offers unique rewards, and you get to choose what order to unlock them. And because we love giving you choice, we offer a free skate pass every season and also an option to pay for our premium skate pass. Each premium skate pass will offer additional and unique rewards. Really.
So if, man, it's a weird balance because it's like you want premium items that people have to use hard currency for. So for those, if you don't know, hard currency is like real dollars. Like you can only get this duck outfit or hawk, whatever this is, goose seagull outfit with like a $5 bill. But like the other stuff in the game, you could probably play enough to earn soft currency to like buy stuff. But I understand there's probably going to be stuff that like you cannot earn using soft currency. But anytime they do that, I'm just like, you jerks, let me earn it at least, even if it takes me like 10 hours. Just, I don't know, but it just is what it is, man. This is where we are. I could be wrong, but someone fact check me on this, but I'm pretty sure a mount in World of Warcraft sold more units and did more money than like some of Blizzard's other games. Someone write that down.
Really, it's up to you to choose how you want to skate it.
Really quickly, season 2 highlights. Going to run through a few. We've got new stuff to skate, possibly a trick or two, and maybe impossibles. We're also, what is the second one? I completely forgot.
Party voice chat.
Oh yeah.
Is this the horse armor or something? Yeah, that sounds some kind of correct. That sounds familiar. This is a coaster, by the way. Yeah, worked at Blizzard. I'm just wondering if this is sort of public information or not, because I can't remember where I heard it from. Anyway. Okay, party voice chat.
Oh my God, party voice chat is coming. I'm sorry. Of course.
Take it easy, man. Put down the pancake. No. Okay.
Party voice chat. So like, you can share your hopes and dreams. You can also heckle everybody in your party, and thirdly and lastly, we are going to be refreshing our replay editor. All those clips you've been stacking, you'll be able to finally keyframe cameras for. So,
dude, such a huge win. The being able to keyframe. I was shocked because I was actually watching Still Milky's video on YouTube, and when he said there's no keyframing, I'm like, what are they doing? I'm guessing it was just broken, or like they just weren't ready to roll it out. I just can't. Why would you make a skate video game with a replay editor and you can't use keyframes? What is the point? They sold a mount for $90 and made $19+ million. So all of us in here and across the globe complaining about in-app purchases and free-to-play models and stuff, that is the reason why they keep doing it. $90 for a mount. It made $19 million. That costs... Wait, $90 is more than the game. Dude, unreal.
Really looking forward to all the amazing stuff that you guys are going to be posting.
Look, every single one of us is like, man, screw you guys. I can't believe this game is free to play. This is so... Anyway.
And for season 3?
In season 3, we're going to be looking at adding leaderboards. So for those of you who like to skate competitively, there'll be a way for you to do that. We're also going to be adding...
Dark slides.
Yeah, we're going to be adding some new gameplay tricks. We're also...
Okay, I didn't realize I got paid for a gig. I got paid $100, and it's still... I think it was like from 6 months ago. These are not all hundreds, okay? It's a 1, a 5, and four ones. And 100.
Adding another character slot to the create a character system, so tattoos will be there. So those of you that have been asking to put tattoos on your character, you'll be able to do that in Season 3. Jeff Seamster has been asking to put tattoos on his character for a while. We're really looking forward to early access because all your feedback helps drive these seasonal plans and helps us make decisions about what to add next.
So I could afford that mount that we were just talking about.
And when, so thank you.
We are so excited to finally be able to open the doors for you all on September 16th. Everybody is welcome in to the Skate Insiders. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much for all the feedback. I mean, your passion has been insane and amazing, and we can't thank you enough. We're gonna give you early access as of today, so check your inboxes. You get to jump in, play a little bit earlier than everybody else. So thank you for being patient, and can't wait to skate with y'all. So again, thank you and peace.
Thanks.
Look, I think that this game is going to be okay for a little bit, but it's not going to be like the cultural impact or have the cultural impact that the other skate games had. It's not going to be it's not going to pack the punch that those other 3 games have. And there's so much similarities between the Tony Hawk games and those remakes. Like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, I think blew everyone out of the water, but it was lacking in online so much and some of the feature set that it wasn't really that great. But we had already had 6 bad Tony Hawk games before that. So it was like, thank God, like it didn't go out on like a whimper. Like that blew everyone out of the water. This game, 15 years later, doesn't feel like it's going to pack any punch at all. And I think it's going to be fun. I think I'm going to be able to play with some friends and be able to play for a little bit. I just don't know how much attention it's going to hold, how much of my attention it's going to hold. But the fact that there's, a roadmap with all these scribbles on it, like I think this gives me some hope. But I still think that essentially this game is going to be, it could have been a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10, but I think it's just going to be like a 5 out of 10 or a 6 out of 10. And what you see is what you get. Like the fact that I'm doing copium, hoping that this makes it all better. I just don't. It was sort of like when we saw the trailer for Tony 3 and 4, we're like, oh my God, you could sketch the car. They have to do Tony 4 career. And then literally like 10 minutes later, we learn they're not doing Tony 4 career and the epic 2-minute timer game description. Like, that was just like, well, it's over. Like, I sort of feel like that's where we're at right now. It's Jover. Like, yeah. I don't know. That's my take. On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you guys for this game? Because I am sitting at like a 4 or like a 5 when I feel like I should be literally the target market. And like, I'm like an easy sell and it should be like a 9 or a 10 and I'm like calling out of work, kind of thing. I don't know. And I think it's different for me because I'm like a content creator. I feel like weird saying that, but I stream games and this is my wheelhouse and this is like good, easy, fun content for me, but I don't think it's going to be that fun or good for long. So I feel like I should be more excited about this than like pretty much anyone, but I'm just kind of not. I don't know. And I don't want to be like a kind of like out here just kind of like pooping on someone else's hard work. Like I have respect for developers. I know what they go through, and a lot of these decisions are probably coming from higher ups, just like Iron Galaxy and Activision and Vicarious Visions and Activision and Eversoft and Activision. Like I get it. So how much does the game cost? Does anyone know? It's probably out of my budget, to be honest. So also dude, the $100 bill in my wallet has been in there, I think, since March. No one wants it. No one takes cash. No one wants to like give me change. Cash is a pain to get. You know what I do use cash for is Facebook Marketplace. It's called an ATM. Okay, let me take time out of my day to go to ATM. What is it, 1930? What's up, Real Nick? That's cool, man. All right, well, those are my thoughts on Skate. I know this has been the kind of a long sort of, we're eating well, right? As Skate fans, we got 2 new videos the past couple days, announcing a release date, which is next week, right? Or like a week and a half from now. So that's kind of huge, and I will definitely be streaming it. So yeah, massive. I wonder what other people are saying right now. Like Night Speeds is somebody I respect. 8 hours ago. 8 minutes. Should we watch some of these? Oh, Milky. Whoa, should we watch Milky's video? I really like Milky's content. I always watch it, so I'm like, I'm gonna do it.
Platform experience. So yesterday we got some really big news. EA Skate dropped a brand new trailer for their early access release.
Oh, but he's using the Tony 1 menu music. It's gonna flag me for India, not NDA, the other one, DMCA. What was it? Boombox? What'd you say? Boomstick gaming one. Go follow Still Milky right now. Okay, we'll watch this and then maybe we'll go back to Milky's. But we have to mute a lot of it probably. Hello? Don't you hate when YouTube does this? It's like, we know you could play it. I know I have the internet speed. Why don't you just play the video?
Welcome to Skate Punctuation. There's a few things the game doesn't immediately explain that you might want to know how to do right from the start when it's out September 16th. Stuff like a deeper bag of tricks, new tech, advanced grinds. I'll show you what's possible. I'm basing this all off the default classic controls preset, starting with how to spin your character around faster than normal by using the pre-wind. This is done by holding the start of any trick input on the right stick, but then over on the left stick you pull it down and then slide it to the left or right side to wind your shoulders for a faster spin. Then flick out the trick input, and this built-up energy will rotate the skater faster, like being able to whip around satisfying 360s on just flat ground.
I mean, that's cool.
Without the pre-wind, you'll only have the time to do a 180 on flat. I can demo this one. This is because 180s, you don't really need to wind up your shoulders before you pop to spin it around. But 360s, starting a twist of your shoulders before is almost required to get around fast enough. Once you get the pre-wind technique down, that's how you're going to start spinning fast enough to pull 900s like that one dude, or beyond that if you find a way to get enough speed with a chonky launcher. Using the pre-wind for quicker spins is an easy way to immediately start boosting your score counts. And
okay, this is like the most excited I've been about. That's just like seeing this replay in slow motion and like keyframed, like I'm assuming it's keyframes.
And expand into more technical trick combinations.
Actually, it doesn't confirm that.
Which takes us into spinning without popping, which is done by rotating the left analog stick in either half circles for a 180 or continuous.
Just like that slow-mo shot from the side. Like, we don't have that in Tony games. Like, we suck, dude. We're like, man.
Rotations to keep skidding around. You don't even leave the ground for this one. This counts as a trick, though, in Skate, so it can be used.
Just pan the camera and free cam with his controller. See, yeah, we don't have that. We have photo mode, so the skater doesn't move in our fly cam or like what it.
As a flourish to keep your line multiplier active. This revert pivot can also be done during a manual to spin around into essentially the awkward to hold reverse of the manual you were just in. If you're a tech skater, this is a nice looking one to have on lock. Last, for the spin section, a 90-degree spin without leaving the ground will kick you into a power slide. If you're going fast enough, just pull down on the left analog stick to turn and screech on your wheels sideways. There are front side and back side power slides, and to do either on purpose, you slightly press to one of the sides diagonal down before you pull back on the left stick. Power slides can be used as a way to speed check and slow down, or to style out how you carve transition. Next, grinding yourself on things. Rephrase. Getting better at grinds. Instead of having to...
Have they released any information on like what the in-app purchases are going to be for Skate, or like what the Battle Pass like formula is going to be? Have you played the new build? I wouldn't be able to tell you if I had access or not. No one? I guess not.
Grind, pop out like you're in THPS. There's a more subtle way you can shift around into different grind combinations without having to risk popping up back out of the trick. During a grind or slide, just start rotating around the right analog stick and quarter half.
The game already has microtransactions, so it's hard to say. So I just gotta say that like everyone kind of up in arms about there being microtransactions in a game that's not out yet. Literally every game does that. Every single one. Every game, you can't put in a feature without testing it on the day of launch. Like even if it's early access, if it's soft launched only in Australia or New Zealand, like there's even ads in games that aren't launching. Like it's just the way it works. You have to test to make sure it works. And like that being said, if they said, yeah, give us money for microtransactions and then we wipe everything and don't refund you or give you your goods when the game ships, that would be malicious. Like, I think any developer should say, hey, if you give us $5, we'll give you your thing. And then when the game ships, we'll like give you that. And then a special item too, because you were with us from the beginning. You know what I mean?
Half or full circles without accidentally flicking a trick.
Like I went to bat for this game on Instagram. I don't normally like leave comments on videos, but like there was a post by IGN that was like EA's free-to-play game has microtransactions in the beta or in the alpha or whatever. And I was like, well, yeah, how do you expect them to test to see if it works or balance their economy if they don't have anything available for purchase or see what people are buying? Like it's just, I don't know, man. It just feels obvious, but anyway.
These quick feet little grind combos are a personal favorite go-to of mine when I'm in that 80+ attempts kind of mood. Now let's analyze weight distribution as I throttle myself into this wall. Spleen transplant.
Your first mistake was reading IGN. I was reading, I think it was like Dexerto that was quoting IGN. So stick that in your pipe and smoke it, right?
During a grind or slide, you can hold the left analog stick to the right or left to shift your weight, seamlessly and safely popping you out of the grind.
That's cool.
Or you can briefly hold the left stick to the side, then flick a trick to pull yourself out in that intended direction. Here, avoiding that ominous spleen wall.
See, this is the cool
Instead of leaning away from the ledge, though, you can hold the left stick towards the ledge to pop up and ride on it.
This is what I wanted. Like in Tony games, I literally suggested L2 to drop down to the right, left, R2 to the right, but I never suggested a drop down. I suggested it as a way, like a half ollie. So when I want to come off of a rail and I can only side jump to the right or left, I'm jumping, 2 meters in the air. And when I'm filming videos for Tony, edits, it was just really annoying to just have the guy jump off like a human's height every single time. So I wanted a half ollie at least. But then when I told him that, and then Tony four-shipped, it came out as a drop down. And I was like, well, that's all right too. But I wish I could like basically dictate how high I can ollie off. So any sort of dynamics there would be welcome. And that's what this game is introducing, which I really appreciate.
Use this to go straight from grinds into manuals, which lets you use the top of obstacles in a slightly different way. Good for combos, good for creating smooth sequences. Once you get the hang of weight distribution, you'll then be able to purposely aim where you land your grinds. Next, really getting into the weeds of skateboarding, there's slappies as well. When you see a curb on the side of the road or
Wait, can we verify when the NDA ends? Like, is that in writing? Because, like, if that's true, like, if we're going by Eastern time, if I had access to the game, I could hypothetically play the game in an hour and a half.
Really low ledge. If you simply ride into it at about a 45-degree angle, you'll bash your board up into automatically starting a
10 a.m. Pacific. Dang.
Grind or slide. A slappy specifically doesn't use an ollie or jumping at all. You just use momentum of the collision to slam your board up into the curb.
That's cool.
No complies can be done by pushing with your front foot while ollieing. So tap A on Xbox or X on PlayStation, then immediately flick out an ollie on the right stick. A no comply takes your front foot off the board and uses the pressure that applies to your back foot to scoop the board around traditionally in a 180. You can continue spinning these after the 180 though, and there's also a front side and back side
Dude,
variation of the no comply.
That's so
Hold
sick.
the left stick brief.
That's so cool. I think like technically this is like for people like you and me, this is like not getting into the weeds, but for someone who's never skateboarded or picked up a skateboarding game before, this is very much in the weeds. This is like, I have to do what to do this? Why would I even want to do that? You know, and like
either to the left or right before you do a no comply to influence if it's front side or back side. This is a unique way to get into grinds and slides, or if you have a little extra air time, you can start chaining in late tricks out of no complies. Late tricks are essentially a flip trick done after you hit the peak of an air, instead of starting the trick as you pop off the ground. You can do any of the flip tricks late, just by inputting their flick motion while in the air after an ollie or after any other trick. Like 360 flip, late 360 flip. Not to be confused with a held 360 flip. Held flip tricks are where you continue to hold down the final flick direction on the right stick to keep them continuously.
this is also something I wish toning games had. Like if you could just hold the kick trick button and it just keeps going until you let go and then you stick it. Or if you could dictate how fast or slow the kick trick goes, like which this game also has. I'm just super jealous of all these like all these mechanics that I wish the toning games had.
Spinning. If you really feel like cranking up the circus meter, you can do
what's the button combo to kiss a homie?
Late tricks during front or back flips, giving you pretty much an upside down version of a flip trick somehow. Bob did it. I'm not sure if the average human is even aware that Wallies are a thing.
Dude, if Kiss a Homie is like season 2, dude, I'm buying the battle pass. I don't care, man.
But the devs thought of Wallies here for the skaters. A Wally is kind of like an ollie, except for you purposely smash your board into the side of an object to deflect the board upward off of it. To do a Wally, it's quite simple. You just need a medium to low height obstacle and ollie into it much later than you normally would. Essentially be running into the side of the thing while ollieing. This technique can be used in some situations to get up and over higher stuff, or get up onto taller ledges. Yes, other humans, even 90-degree vertical surfaces are seen as ramps to skaters. Another nice attention to the skater details is that you can firecracker downstairs. This is where instead of jumping the stairs, you put maximum weight to your back foot to quickly clack your tail down each individual stair. To firecracker, just hold a manual as you approach stairs, and if you're going not too fast but not too slow, you'll firecracker down it and hear that clack of your tail hitting each step.
So far, this video is making me want to play this game more. Like, I just went from like a 5 to like a 6 right now. Like, this is making me want to play all this stuff that he's talking about now. Like, all like these chapters, like all this stuff gets me more excited about the game than like finding discs to add to your soundtrack and like what else are they talking about? Anyway,
this can be used to slow your descent downstairs to hit maybe another obstacle after it, or you can throw tricks into firecracker if you land in a manual on the stairs. Hippie jumps can be done by pressing A and X at the same time on Xbox, or X and square on PlayStation. This will jump your character into the air while your board stays rolling on the ground. This is traditionally used to have your board travel underneath something while you...
Did he just like say, you know what, screw it, I'm going to put my face in the ground?
This is traditionally used to have your board...
Dude, that's a mood right there. We need to exit emote. Okay.
Travel underneath something while you go over it, ideally then embracing each other back at the same coordinates in time. During a hippie jump, you can spin your character around with the left stick while you're in the air, or hold the left or right triggers to start flipping yourself off.
That's crazy.
You can even hippie jump out of grinds, which is kind of sketchy and unpredictable, because if your board hits something while separated from you and flips over...
Bam. Also, is Rod Deck involved?
I don't think any pros are involved. My guess is that they're going to introduce pros to skate as in-app purchases, and then like if you buy them, you get like a bunch of their clothes and like shoes and decks and stuff. And like I don't think they've announced a single pro for this game, so
you won't then land right back on it. Which takes us...
Sean Malto is voicing Shingo, but that's it. Weird. Why Sean Malto for Shingo?
into 1-foot ollies, which removes either your front foot in the air for a ollie north or your back foot for a ollie south. While in the air, just hold A or X on Xbox, X or square PlayStation. These
firecrackers, Wally Slappies, a lot more in all the grinds, boardrooms. Yeah, I mean, I did know about those, but I just feel like now that we're seeing it in like a fully arted environment with like animation support, like I'm on board. And I think talking about most of that stuff to the general public, to masses, they're like, what? I don't get it. What? Can I just do a flip off a building? I don't care about these little things. But like, to me, I'm very much into it. So I get why they're not leaning into that in their like early access reveal trailer, or like, what, you know what I mean? It's just, yeah.
Can be done after flip tricks as well, or even out of grinds, however you choose to work them in. Hold on a sec, I gotta break down this pants jiggle physics to sock ratio right here. I don't think I've ever seen this before, but the baggy part of your jeans at the bottom actually gets scrumped up according to gravity to reveal your socks. Has anyone seen this detail before? I haven't. Well, anyways, next is a caveman, which is done while on foot. You run, jump, and throw your board under your feet before you hit the ground. To do this, be off of your board, jump, and then
this transfer I keep seeing in all these videos.
Board under your feet before you hit the ground.
This one, there's like, this looks like a pre-built, like no one had to add any geo for this to work.
To do this, be off of your board, jump, and then press Y or triangle to do a caveman. This has an important, somewhat special use, though, letting you absorb normally impossible impact.
Kind of cool. Like, I know this is not Prince of Persia and like wall running to like, you know, aerial. What do we do here? It's like
this be off.
Man. So it's like we went from holding the board to wall run to like a, what was this, a front flip? Oh no, aerial.
Has an important
to acid drop.
Special use though, letting you
like, I like I'm not gonna like go around to my friends and be like, oh my god, you could do that, but the freedom to be able to do that, I think, is like giving the player agency and the control to get creative and do things like that. I think is cool, as much as like no one's doing this in real life. Like no one's putting this in their video and thinking it's cool, you know what I mean? But the fact that you can do it, I think, is cool.
You absorb normally impossible impacts and build immense speed by doing so. If you're up real high, you can jump and use the glide mechanic on the right bumper to line yourself up to a steep downward slope to then caveman into it to start booking it like an overstack to a up real high.
So this will let people get creative, this like Fortnite fall. I mean, you could do that in Skate 3, but being able to put the board under your feet. Oh god, where's he gonna land? Whoa, what the?
For everybody, I want to see some of your guys' most impressive, idiotically ridiculous, or meticulously realistic clips you can possibly put together. So tag me with those clips at boomstick Alex.
Man, I wish we could do this in the Tony games, you know what I mean? Any sort of replays or editing.
It's on X or Instagram. Maybe I'll make like a community montage of all the best ones in the future or something. I don't know. Save the raw file. I might ask for it. Also, in this early build that I'm playing here, dark slides and impossibles are not in there yet, but they are coming, so maybe stick around. I'll likely do a video on how to...
Okay, I thought this was in-game. I was like, look at the board bending. No way, but this...
Do those soon after launch. So if you want to see more guides for Skate, maybe subscribe.
Strip me for a second.
Different combinations of the left and right triggers plus directions on the right stick will do all kinds of grabs, but you can also do one-footed or no-footed variations of most all of those. While holding a grab, you can press either A or X on Xbox, X or square PlayStation to take off one foot. Or press B or circle with certain grabs to do no-foots combinations. If you hold forward or backward on the...
Oh yes, a clean super dude. That's what I've, you know, yeah.
Left stick while doing any grab, you'll start getting into front flips and back flips. However, you can also kind of corkscrew or barrel roll these flips by holding the left stick up or down, then rotating it to the left or right during the flip. This will essentially do a flip plus a 180. Cool way to modify your flips, but they are a little bit riskier since you can land sideways and die. Another use of the one-footed grab is that if you input them right before you touch the ground, you'll do a foot plant. This uses the foot that's off of the board to step on the ground or obstacle to propel yourself up off of it. Or instead of landing back into grinds like normal, put some shoe to ledge to create some unusual old school meets new school tech. If you jump at a wall at an angle like you would to do a wall ride, you can input a foot plant to kick off the wall instead. Bonelesses and their variations can be done by holding one of the two grab inputs on the ground while pressing either A or X on Xbox, X or square on PlayStation. Just like the foot plant input, but you're doing these off of the ground. You can bring this into grind sequences, use it to start off a weird manual trick, or spring off a wall with your foot that you're currently wall riding. Lip tricks, a guide to intimacy. No, lip tricks are when you roll up a transition and instead of airing off of it, you grind or stall at the top coping. To do a trick at the lip, just hold it down on the left stick as you're approaching the top of the ramp. This will slow you down just enough to flow right into a grind. To do a lip trick after an air, just press forward on the left stick as soon as you get into the air. Then you'll land back on the coping instead of...
But when can you do a lip trick with a homie?
Into the ramp. Riding to the top of a transition with coping, then pressing right bumper will do a hand plant. This uses your hand to momentarily hold yourself upside down at the top of the ramp. And with that one, I think I've broken down a lot, but maybe not all of the depth the devs baked into this trick system. But before I close this out, two important things. One, I'm curious what everyone's skate experience is. Did you play EA Skate 1, 2, and or 3? Do you skate in the real world, or are you brand new to all this, just looking for a new online sandbox? Let me know. And second, I'm actually working on a full-length skateboard video with some of my buddies. I'm actually directing it, editing it, and skating. So maybe stick around on the channel if you're interested. It should post in the next month or two when I'm done.
This is actually really sick.
Okay, Skate Period.
What an excellent...
September 16th as a free-to-play title on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. Worth a download from what I've played.
Still going.
All right, thanks for checking this out today. I'm Alex, and hope to see you in the next one.
This is like such a good video. Like this is like 10 out of 10 A+ content for breaking down the intricacies of all these. Like, here, I'm gonna link this in the description, or not the description, but in chat, and I'll put it in the description of this stream afterwards. But like, this is like insanely detailed, in the weeds, and what I wanted to know. Like, this gave me so much more information that any of the boardroom videos did, and any of the like, it's like we got clips and stuff, but this was like, this really broke it down, and it was nice to see at this stage in the project where, like, you know, there's lighting and the baked shadows and the animations are in, and everything's like in more of very much a complete state. And so it's like our first sort of real look at all the intricacies and the granularity and the dynamics of all these things that you could do in the game. And we only saw a glimpse of some things being combined with each other. Like, look at all these mechanics, like grind shift, power slide, reverse, slappy grinds, no complies. He showed us these by themselves. There's maybe 2 or 3 times where he combined, you know, 2 or more of them. And so just thinking about, you know, a hippie jump into a wally to firecracker caveman, like being able to have the freedom to do all these things, I think is just really rad. Like, giving the players agency and more creative control is like always a win, especially in a game like this where it's all about the skater handling and less about, like, I don't know, like everything else that comes with it. Because one of the best things about skating in general and skateboarding games is just hanging out and skating. So if you give us so many tools to just skate, like, it just is, and it all feels good, looks good, and is responsive, that's a huge win. So shout out Boomstick Gaming. Shout out Milky, but I think I closed the video. I will be watching that later, but I think that's going to do it for me for now. I am very hungry. I don't know what our PP point thing is at now. But I think we're getting closer, ? We're trying to hit, if you can look below the stream. What, man? Asher's been begging to be let out since the stream started, but I just let him out before. So we're at 235. If you could, no pressure, subbing to me on Twitch, not a prime, not a gift. If you sub to me tier 1, it's 1 point. Tier 2 is 2 points. Tier 3 is 6 points. We're trying to hit 300 points before the end of August. That is 3 days from now. So if I can stream Skate tomorrow, I will stream Skate tomorrow. Otherwise, I will see you guys on Sunday. We might be doing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 no stats playthrough. Or a Tony 2X stream. So join the Discord. That's the best place to find out when we're going live next. And I'll usually just keep you guys in the loop as soon as I know. Whoa, my guys, P-Rod is online? Should we raid Paul Rodriguez? Oh, he's not skating. He's just sitting on a couch. I didn't know P-Rod streamed. Let's go. Let's just raid Andy 24/7. Yeah, so another thing, if you guys don't know, I started a 24/7 channel, so it's just me all the time. So if you want something to sleep to, this is a good channel. I just hang out in there and chat with some of y'all and earn points and gamble and stuff. Here, hold on. How many points do I have? 13,000. Anyway, I'm uploading more and more VODs for this as we go. We're almost through all of 2025, but I'm uploading more and more. I have streams dating back to 2014. So anyway, it's just like another channel that I started for funsies, and hopefully you enjoy it. So we're going to raid, and I will see you guys tomorrow if I can stream Skate. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on Sunday. And Astro, come here. Come here. Okay. He always runs away because he doesn't want to be held up. But thank you all so much for being here. Appreciate the support. I hope we hit our PP goal. If we don't, it's not the end of the world. I just appreciate you guys being here either way. I will see you guys next time. Bye, everybody. You know.